Hello everyone and welcome to The Long Journey Home. This is a game published by Daedalic Studio West and published by Daedalic Entertainment, the guys known for Deponia and Holy Potatoes games. So this is going to be an interesting game. It reminds me a lot of FTL and Out There Omega Edition. Basically, you get to pick a crew of 4 people and you have to guide them on the long journey home. So, without further ado, I think it is time we start a jump mission. I'm going in completely blind, so I'll probably suck at it. But it should be fun. Welcome to Project Daedalus, the maiden flight of humanity's first jump-capable ship. Please select 4 crew members who will pilot the ship to Alpha Centauri and back. Their specialized knowledge and skills will be crucial for exploring this new frontier. So we can pick 10 different people over here. Or rather, we can pick from 10 different people. We can bring a maximum of 4. We've got an archaeologist, we've got a test pilot, an engineer, a botanist, a theoretical physicist. We've got a civilian observer, who is a blogger by the look of things. We've got a corporate executive, we've got a mission planner, we've got a researcher, and what looks to be a generic astronaut. Not that, astronauts are generic or anything, but, So, if we're going to be going into space with a ship and a lander, we're gonna bring test pilot Malcolm Winters. He's got basic replating ability, which allows him to do a major lander repair. Looks pretty good. Test pilot Malcolm Winters is on loan to us from the United States Air Force, assisting our engineers on lander designs. He disapproves of humanity's current quest to reach the stars, feeling we are not yet ready to face what is out there. Despite this, his presence is recommended for more challenging terrain or mission-critical operations. With his help, civilian training times have been reduced to just 3 weeks, allowing every prospective member of the mission to handle over 80% of predicted galaxy terrain types. Alright. Let's see, who else should we bring? We could bring... I think bringing an engineer is a no-brainer. Because we're going on a big ship. Head of the IASA Engineering Corps, responsible for the Knossos drive. So I assume that's what we're using to go with the jump hole capable thing. Astronaut, what do you do? You've got major hull repair. That sounds pretty good. I wanted to go for the astronaut. Yeah, there we go. So we've got 1 person able to repair the lander. We've got 1 person able to repair the hull. We've got... You're able to repair devices and whatnot. We could go for the archaeologist to explore planets, I guess, or the researcher who has critter repellent. You've got a distress beacon. I'm just looking at the bonuses that pop up in the middle down here now. I kind of like the idea of bringing the salvage kit, to be honest. Everything a scavenger needs to harvest wrecks and ruins. The corporate executive. You know what? That sounds good. Let's check out our ship. Please choose a ship for the Daedalus 7 mission. All have been certified for long-range exploration missions, not missiles. We're not shooting projectiles at other ships. Yet. So we've got the ISS Ulysses here. Looks to be a middle-of-the-road ship with a lot of cargo space. We've got the ISS Endurance over here. A lot of hull strength, a lot of fuel tank space. But not nearly as much jump range or exotic... It's got less jump range, but more exotic matter tank. And a lot less maneuverability. So this is basically a tanky cargo hauler then. And then we also have the ISS Discovery. This looks to be a very mobile ship with 5 max jump range, a lot more maneuverability in device slots, but less cargo space because of it. So the Ulysses is sort of the middle-of-the-road kind of ship. I like the idea of having a tanky ship that doesn't explode. That sounds safe, yes. And we can change the color scheme if we so choose. It's actually quite a couple of options there, I'm not gonna lie. Jeez. I think we'll just go with this one. Alright, let's check out the lander. So there's 3 different landers as well. We've got the ISV Serenity. We've got the ISV Pathfinder. And we've got the ISV Odyssey. The Serenity seems to be the middle of the road option here. We've got the Pathfinder, a lot of fuel tank and a lot of probe efficiency. We've got the Odyssey, which looks to be a big freighter with a lot of hull strength. Interesting. So you've got 8 spots of cargo. You've got 6. You've got 9. Ooh. I'm gonna go with the Serenity because it looks to be rather balanced. I also like the idea of having a lot of drill efficiency. So there we go. And now we can select a seed. Ah. Right. Let's just randomize that, you know, let's just blur all over the keyboard. It is a random seed, so the galaxies are semi-randomly generated. I believe they actually use real stars as well. So let's go. Difficulty... Explorer mode or rogue mode? I'm gonna go Explorer mode. And we'll start from Earth with the tutorial so we can learn the basics. Learn how to pilot the ship and lander. Launch from Earth. Pick up fuel on Mars. And embark on humanity's first jump to Alpha Centauri. Malcolm Winters advises flying with the controller. No thanks, I am not good with a controller. Anyway, we're gonna be starting from Earth. Alright, there we go. The journey begins. Lift off by pointing above your lander and using thrust.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6,
Well, that sounds really cool.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Move the mouse pointer in the ring and thrust. The lander will follow your mouse. So, left mouse button is the thrust and reverse thrust would be a right mouse button. Alright. Pretty easy. So to get into orbit, I imagine you just point straight up. There we go. We are now in orbit around Earth, apparently. I imagine, yeah, the ship's waiting there already. We get a lovely little animation of us docking with the ship there. There we go. We are now in orbit around Earth. Mission forecast, harmless. Surface type is liquid, mostly. Gravity is average, temperature is temperate, light convection, moderate atmosphere, no hazards, human life forms, and we have energy readings of structures. Bunch of things over there. Lander hull is fine. Lander pilot is Kirsten Barrasso at the moment. Pilot status alright. So we can head over to the ship by pressing tab. Investigate the items and artifacts collected on your journey. Crew members will often have different ideas of what to do with an artifact. Their background may determine how likely they are to succeed. Most items are consumed on use, so choose your options carefully. Alright. People don't need treatment right now, that's good. Alright, that's all good stuff. We can check out the quarters. Assess crew status and select a lander pilot. 5 ailments mean death. Use items in the lab or find assistance to cure them. I'm gonna tell Malcolm that he's gonna fly the lander. He's our test pilot after all, you know. He gets paid for it. Resources. Use the refinery to convert resources or patch the hull. Rare resources offer greater benefit. The life support systems depend on fuel. Keep an eye on your fuel reserves and convert gases to refill. The EM is required for, or exotic matter is required for interstellar jumps. Convert minerals to refill. Metals can be used to patch up both ship and lander hulls. The refinery is less efficient than finding or trading resources for fuel and repair kits. Alright, now we're going to check out the lander. Check the lander status. Additional modules that improve lander performance can be found during the journey. The lander is crucial to your mission success. Do not jeopardize it on high-risk missions without good reason. Check the ship status. Devices that improve ship performance can be found throughout the journey. Shields protect from enemy fire, but not from collisions. Weapons can be used to fight enemies and mine resource asteroids. Take care of ship and module integrity. Modules with defects may malfunction. Use the lab or resources to keep your ship in one piece. Alright. And we've got the database over here, basically your quest log. Check your missions, quest and diplomacy status. Access the galaxy map during star system travel. We need to visit the Schiaparelli mining colony on Mars to collect the exotic matter for the jump. We've got a logbook here, we've got our crew. The seed, which is a launch code. The distance from Earth. When we got some things, and that's alright. And we've got some locations. Alright. And this is the communications hub for your ship. Ask about subjects, show items of interest, and engage in chit-chat. So we're going to go back now. We're going to go to the map by pressing a W. So the way this works is, I imagine we use Newtonian physics. Use thrust to accelerate. Your ship retains momentum and is influenced by the gravity of celestial objects. To reduce speed, turn your ship against your trajectory and apply thrust. Use the minimap and gravity wells for navigation to boost speed and save fuel. Oh my god. This is gonna go horribly wrong. Right. I think we're gonna want to burn like over here to be fuel efficient. Well, actually, no, we'll burn right there. Yeah. Boost is similar to thrust, but much stronger. Using it quickly burns through your fuel. Boost is very helpful for fast turns. Thrust is better for delicate maneuvers, such as orbiting planets. And this little ring here basically allows us to activate the autopilot. Right, so we are basically escaping Earth right now. And we can start burning towards Mars. So the more we burn, the faster we'll go and the further this arrow will take us. You can see our speed right there. And we've basically got ourselves on a course to Mars right now. Mars being the little planet there, currently highlighted. Use thrust to point your trajectory towards a planet. Again, use thrust to avoid a collision. To orbit, fly into this orbit indicator ring. You cannot go into orbit if you are traveling too fast. A red trajectory line will warn you of this. Decelerate if necessary. Okay, so we'll do a bit of a thrust here. Not too far though, I don't want to influence the orbit too far. Steer your ship into the orbit ring. Decelerate if necessary. Stay within the orbit ring for a few seconds. Activate the autopilot to lock the orbit ring with ease. You can still steer and activate thrust while autopilot is engaged. So we kind of overshot, but that's alright. Oof. We'll be fuel efficient about this. Not that it really matters, but... There we go. Now we're going to hold space, and we should be able to just... There we go. We have not died yet! Oh, this is amazing. This is going to be very tough to do on the fly, though. I have not, done this in ages. I have not played Kerbal Space Program in ages. But we are in orbit around Mars now. Mission forecast harmless. Surface type is a rock. Low gravity. Arctic temperatures. No convection, no atmosphere, no hazards. Humans and some energy readings. Fly to Mars, enter orbit and land. So we're going to press Q to land with our lander. Get a lovely little animation here of us decoupling from the ship. Alright, so we're going to be coming in at an angle. First things first, we want to try and kill our lateral velocity, which is horizontal. And then we'll want to try and slow our horizontal descent. Looks like rotating the mouse automatically shifts us, so that's good. It's pretty easy to just fly this. I want to touch down on this pad here. Ooh, gotta be careful that I don't like rotate us the wrong way around. There we go. Press W to investigate location. Schiaparelli, flight control to lander. Welcome to Mars, IASA. Got your freshly brewed antimatter right here. Ready for transfer? We can get a big EM tank. Fuel for the hyperdrive. Complete refill. Yes, please. Transfer complete, IASA. Wait a second. Yeah. Got another present for you. The boss wants you to test our new prototype shield generator while you're out there. Shouldn't have any trouble fitting it, and at least it'll protect against energy bursts. Ooh. Continue. Alright, safe travels. Bring us back a souvenir. Schiaparelli out. Location left. So, we got ourselves a couple of things. And we are able to depart right now. We can see on the map here, there's nothing else of interest. So we're just gonna burn straight up. Got some indications over here of certain actions we can undertake. We got a little, like, hull indicator, fuel icon, pilot life signs, I imagine. But yeah, we're just gonna burn straight up. Let's get out. Excellent. There's no way this can possibly go wrong. Ship was refueled in orbit during the lander mission. Huh. Preparation for jump. We need to return to orbit, put the antimatter into the star drive, and install the shield. Open the ship menu and go into the laboratory. We can do that. Experimental IASA shielding. Minor protection against basic energy bursts. Also got the big EM tank. Alright. So, who do we give them to? That's the question. I imagine giving it to the engineer probably wouldn't be a bad idea. You know what? Yeah, let's give it to the friendly neighborhood grease monkey. Notification! Experimental IASA shielding installed. There! This will now work with our ship. Excellent. And then we ooh. I mean, that works. And we'll have you refuel the tank as well, I guess. That should be enough for 4 jumps. Alright, sweet. Anyway, we can, like... Oh well. Jump to Alpha Centauri! Nothing can possibly go wrong. Hold thrust and boost to activate the jump drive. So we'll head to the map, or at least we'll click on it. We'll leave. Alright, let's do this. And there we go, we have just jumped to Alpha Centauri. What could possibly go wrong? Ooh, that is what possibly could go wrong, apparently. Yikes. That... I am no spaceship engineer, you know, I'm not an astronaut. But I can tell you, things should not be on fire, and we should not be tilting. Yikes. Something tells me we were not planning to travel 37,000 parsecs away from Earth. Far from home. Space folder malfunction. Where are we? This isn't Alpha Centauri. Sensors indicate something large in the debris field is trapping us here. Follow the white arrow to find the jamming signal. Point to rotate, apply thrust to move. Alright. This is like an encounter of kinds. Got weapons. Ooh. Takes a while to charge weapons. But we can fire. Right, we're set up for ye olde broadcast. Or rather broadside. It's like tall ships in space right now. Let's disable weapons for now. We don't need it yet. Let's just proceed carefully. Pick up some minor hull damage, you know. Gonna try and be efficient with our fuel here. Also try not to bump into too much debris. Like that, you know. So that's a big orbital thing. Of sorts. Looks completely safe and harmless. I have no qualms like flying past it or anything. No health and safety concerns. Yeah, let's not be there. Looks like that is where we're supposed to be. Maybe. Alright, what have we found then? This is Malcolm. Oh boy. This thing's a sight to see. You receiving me? I'm receiving you just fine. Copy that. Beginning exploration of the sphere. Everything's built to a much bigger than human scale. Much of it rusted over. Giant glass capacitors crackle with trapped lightning. No signs of life or presence. Suit sensors say air is ozone, nitrogen, a few unidentifieds, and... Okay, found a door. Power still seems to be on. Looks like it's expecting some kind of signal. What signal should we send? Exclamation mark equals question mark tilde? Or slash something percentage something else. We're gonna go with the exclamation mark equals question mark because I have no idea what's going on. That is the flawless logic we need on this mission right here. There's a computer terminal here, translating everything I say into symbols. It looks like it might be compatible with our technology. Someone come and collect it, then try and send a signal to me. Should we plug the translation matrix into our systems? Sure, what could possibly go wrong? Install it. Have you installed it? Send a code. The door is curling open, like a flower made of aluminium. Ah, yes, German company, so we have the correct version of aluminium. Walking through it. Endless tunnels leading in every direction, but soft blue lights are heading to some kind of control center? There's a cradle in the middle of the room, attached to the ceiling by wires. There's something inside it. A glowing cylinder. I can't explain it, but it calls to me. We get the keystone, our souvenir from the sphere. Should be able to free it with this here plasma torch. Got it. Wait. The humming air is gone. The sphere is shutting down around me. I'm returning to the ship while I can. And we have left. That's it. Let us proceed to perform a... Ooh. Our long journey home begins. The sphere's holdiness is gone. We can leave the space graveyard and system whenever we like. Let's not stay here any longer than necessary. Oh, we're not... It says we're still being jammed, and I can't hit the button to leave. Maybe we just need to get away from the big ship for a second. I don't know about you, but I still can't leave. This might be a tiny flaw. I don't know, have we run into a bug or something? I hope not. Or am I just misunderstanding something here? Ship. Do we need to do something with this? Anyone mind if I use this as a nightlight? Yes! Beautiful. Clark's Law. This truly is indistinguishable from magic. It's weird. I think you can hear it singing? Oh, you have a concussion. That's, nothing mission critical, I hope. There we go. Hold thrust and leave to leave. We are charging up to leave. What could possibly go wrong? We only had a malfunction, you know. It's safe to use it right away. We are currently traveling to a planet. Our scanners show valuable resources on that nearby planet. We can harvest them and use them to fix damage. Yeah, let's just throw ourselves into an orbit here. Used autopilot. There we go. Drill for metals on the nearby planet. Scoop gas on the nearby planet. On the resources screen, use the metal to repair your ship. And on the resources screen, use the gas to refuel the ship. So we are on Kondojiro. Mission forecast looks to be harmless. A rocky planet with average gravity, subarctic temperatures, no convection, thin atmosphere, so there's not much wind. No hazards, no life forms, and no structures. We've got a common gas, hydrogen. Alright. We'll go into land then. With a lovely little detaching animation. Looks like we'll want to kill our horizontal velocity rather quickly. There we go. We have control. We're just going to keep our horizontal speed at like 90 or 100 units. You know, try and slowly kill it as we get over to the hydrogen on the left side of the map here. To make sure that we don't accidentally like bump the terrain or anything. So we've got a hydrogen geyser over here. I'm not sure what I expected. Old space to drill. We're just gonna fill up our tank here a little bit. Ooh, we took some damage, but we are filling up with a lot of hydrogen here, so it's worth it to stick it out for now. Let's go. I think we pretty much like got most of it. We've got like 6 units of hydrogen. That's going to allow us to refuel a fair bit. Very nice. And then we return to dock with our ship. Not sure why we're burning the thrusters there. That seems kind of a waste of fuel. Never mind. Let's check out the resources screen. Got ourselves a lot of hydrogen. We can use that to fuel up the things. There we go. We should be back up on fuel now. Lander bay. I don't know if we have any metals. Like, it doesn't look like the planet had any. So, you know. While I'd love to repair everything, I'm not sure we can. Oh well. Lander. I think you just use like free fuel or something. I'm not as entirely sure on that. Seems to be like that, so that's alright. You don't have any, like, metals, so I'm not sure. Ah, right. You want me to go to the other planet now and try and look for some metals. Fair enough. There we go. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about like orbital mechanics too much. We can just like set a burn somewhere and we'll go there. I don't want to initiate a jump yet, game. Thank you. We'll try to burn like far away here. This burning far means we're more efficient with our burn. There we go. Autopilot. Thank you. You know. There we go. Don't have to use our thrusters all the time. That would be a waste of effective fuel. There we go. We have found phosphates, aluminium, and hydrogen on this planet. So we were destined to go to this planet instead. Oh well. What's a bit of exploration, right? Let's head over to the lander once again. We'll be doing a lot of this, so we'll be getting a lot of practice. And no doubt things will be getting more difficult as we get closer to Earth. There is a thing actually on the map to explore. The big red thing over here. Rather, I say over here. It's down there. Oh dear, I thought there was a map border for a second. But yeah, there's something to explore right here. We'll go and check that out first. Very carefully. Let's visit this. We found a biotope. These mushrooms are incredible. Lots of small creatures camp around in the shade of their caps, digging out huge chunks of the flesh to feast on. They don't seem to mind my presence at all. Occasionally, one looks over and howls, but then gets bored, lies down, and goes to sleep. I think we should explore this a little bit. I've discovered an interesting looking plant. Scanners give it the scientific name Madalea dracunculus. Bringing up a sample. Sure. We don't have a botanist with us though. Right, heading back to the lander. So we got a plant sample. Good thing we didn't bring a botanist or anything like that. You know, that could have been useful. Right, next up, we're heading over to the aluminum. Now, we'll have to land for this. Right there. Right, hold space to drill. There we go. We already have a lot of hydrogen, so don't have to worry about that. I want to go for a bit more metal, if possible. Yeah. Seems like we only got 3 out of that, but that's fine. We'll head over back to orbit, actually. I was tempted to go for the phosphates again, but I don't want to risk it, you know? I want to play it safe. We don't want the lander to run out of fuel because we need the lander. We can always go back and land again, I think. Yeah. We've got some phosphates that we'll be checking out. That will be a mineral. We'll head back to the ship. We'll go check out the ship repair bench. And we'll use a bit of aluminum to repair that. We'll use some aluminum to repair the refinery. Or the lander, rather. The refinery and repair bench are working. That's good. And we can even blow out things if we don't need them. Use a bit of hydrogen to refuel, it's fine. We'll keep some stocks for now. Send the lander back in. Like I said, I think we can do this forever, although the resources on the planet will probably run out. So, you know. Ooh, we've got some wear and tear. The xenon adsorber is polluted. So we'll go check out the minerals. Those are probably going to help us, like, refuel our jump drive. I could have stopped for the hydrogen. Probably should have, you know, since we are here. Just play it safe. No need to risk the ship or anything like that. There we go. Hold space to drill. We got some phosphates. Very good. Ow, took some more damage. This uses a lot of fuel. We're not getting a lot of things, and we are taking a lot of damage doing this as well. Ouch. This might not be worth it. We got some phosphates though. We will try and quickly steal some more fuel. Try and scooting over as efficiently as possible. There we go, we managed to get 2 units of fuel. And we got our fuel warning right now. It takes us about like 5% fuel or something like that to get back up, so we do know that for future reference now. We can play it a little bit more loose if we need to. Well, there we go. We've got a decent stack of resources now. We can refill our EM drive. We can repair the lander again. Although we'll probably hang on to it for now. Yeah, looks good. Got ourselves a lot of things. Our long journey home begins. We'll be leaving it here in the orbit of Nurmela. In the next episode, we'll be heading back home to Earth. I would like to thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to let me know by leaving a like and perhaps a comment down below as well. It's a new series, so make sure to show your support and there will be a lot more of it on the channel. This is a very rough game, as in it's very difficult, so multiple runs might be necessary. Who knows? Subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will catch you all next time. Until then, have a good one, folks.